One of the worst things that a person could do is self-diagnose or get the wrong diagnosis. Like you might say, I'm too lazy, or a friend says, oh, you're just too lazy. People are not naturally lazy people. In fact, it's not that you have low willpower or you're a procrastinator. Let's take a look a little deeper of really why people think that they have low willpower or they're lazy. Number one, they don't see results. Well, anyone that doesn't see results is going to give up. That's a normal thing that occurs. So that's the underlying reason. No results is a symptom of something else. You're not getting results because the problem is a metabolism problem, not a weight problem. So we want to differentiate what the problem is. Because if you think you have a weight problem, and it could be a metabolism problem because the fat-burning hormones are not working because the body type is dominant. Like, let's say, for example, you have an adrenal body type, you will hold weight in the midsection. If it's a liver, you'll hold weight in the midsection too, but it'll be more like a pot belly right through here. If it's an ovarian problem, you'll hold weight in the saddlebags down here. Yet if it's a thyroid, you'll gain weight all over, not at any one location. So again, instead of just focusing on losing weight, go deeper and see, maybe it's because your metabolism messed up because your hormones are off. This is the underlying cause. Number two, cravings. It's impossible to do a long-term eating plan, a healthy eating plan, when you're craving anything. So when you're craving, all that means is that your body is not burning fat, it's burning more carbs or sugar. And I recommend that we get to the root of this and reduce the cravings so you can actually tap into fat, because when you're burning fat, you're not craving anything. And that's how you know you're burning fat. Who wants to be running on sugar all the time? And that's what happens is as soon as you eat the sugar, it drops down, you're going to want sugar, and you're in this cycle. So the real problem is not that you're not lazy, you just crave the wrong things because your blood sugars are messed up, because the underlying cause is you don't have enough potassium in your body to regulate the sugars. So that's why I recommend a kale shake or at least 7 cups of vegetables per day, and watch the cravings go down to 0. It takes like 3 days. Try that. Third thing, you maybe say, I'm not motivated to exercise, right? And you think you're lazy, and that's not true. Most people are just too exhausted to be able to exercise. They're not healthy enough to exercise. They're too tired. And I never recommend exercising if you're too tired. Other people will say, oh yeah, you need to exercise to get energy. Yeah, just to spike your adrenaline, and then the next day you're going to feel like crap. So we want to get energy to be able to exercise and feel like you want to exercise. And the way we do that, if we get to the root of it, we have to fix your sleeping problem. We have to start getting longer sleep, more sleep, and tweak that right there. That's the underlying cause. The fourth most common real reason why people think they're lazy or they've been misdiagnosed is that they're stress eaters. Stress, one way to release stress is through different foods, chemicals in foods. Like when you eat a refined carbohydrate or sugar, all it's doing, it's manipulating certain hormones that are releasing stress. And when you're tired, hungry, or stressed, you're going to be more reactive. You're not going to think about tomorrow, you're going to want it right now and not really even think about it. Why? Because you're trying to solve a problem. So stress eaters are really burnt out. They usually have adrenal burnout, and that is keeping the tolerance for stress low. And they're constantly looking for ways to reduce stress. So rather than focus on the carbs, go more fatty foods. Like have more eggs, egg yolk, have more cheese, butter, even some bacon. That's not a problem. Those things will not increase the carb, they won't increase fat. That'll actually satisfy you more, and that's a good substitute for the carb. There's also substitute foods that you can consume, like with xylitol or stevia or other alternative sugars. But stress eaters are basically burnt out, and they have to increase their ability or capacity for their adrenals to work so their stress goes down. So these are some underlying root causes, symptoms versus causes. And just so you know, you're not lazy, that's the wrong diagnosis. You're just tired, you're a stress eater, or your metabolism is slow, or your blood sugar's off. That's the real underlying cause.